All right, step 2. First, you did the objects. As you can see, we got a breakout game. We got the paddle on the bottom. We got the ball. We got the brick. We'll make more bricks. I made this one bigger. I might make it even bigger just so that when you make them all, it doesn't take 50 to fill the space. It'll just be 3 or 4 on each line. But the one thing I changed since last version is the collision on the right. It was crashing every time it went over there. And so I changed that in order to let it run for more than 2 seconds. But anyway, what you're going to do for step 2 is movement. I had to change one thing. So in my previous video, I had this, and it was self.y equals pygame.mouse.get pause, and then it had a 1, but I changed it to 0 because what I looked up is get pause returns 2 things, x and y, and we were using the second one in that list, the y, but now we need to use the first one in that list. So instead of getting 0, getting 1, which remember is the second thing in a list, we're using 0, which is the first. And maybe I'm using the wrong term. Maybe it's technically an array instead of a list, or something else. A tuple is another Python term. I gotta check. Never sure about those, but you get the idea. So your second step is to get the movement. Remember, it's still not perfect. Like, we haven't done the collision yet. The ball goes through the brick. I gotta add the collision for that. And the ball actually just bounces off the bottom no matter where your paddle is, because it's still using the code from when there was a wall at the bottom in the Pong game. So we're not doing everything all at once. You don't have to make it perfect. We got our objects. Now we get our movement. Then the third step is collision. And of course you can work ahead, but we don't want to make it overwhelming. You want to evolve one small genetic change at a time in order to build up to something big. So that's your assignment for step 2.